Hey guys, it's Heather here. Today we are going to be talking about something new. We're going to be talking about a whole new subject. We're going to be talking about my other favorite social media, which is going to be Instagram. So I'm just as active on Instagram as I am on my YouTube. I take a lot of pictures at Disney World and Disneyland. Today we are going to be talking about my favorite IG best unique photo spots to take at Disney World. So it's not going to be in any particular order. I do love these spots equally. We are going to start at what I think is the best place to start at, my favorite theme park, which is going to be at Disney World, Magic Kingdom. So one of my favorite photo spots actually at the Magic Kingdom that I find unique is actually going to be on Main Street. So not necessarily right by the castle, or with the castle view at all, but just catching the shots just on Main Street. There's a lot of cute little corners with cute little signs. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some up. So right there is going to be the casting agency door, which I absolutely just love. It is located right on the wall of the Emporium. So if you go right by the Emporium, along the Emporium, you will find that wall. Another great one as well is actually just the ice cream parlor. So in this picture, that year, it was about 2 years ago, for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, I dressed up as Stranger Things. That was the big costume of that year. It was Scoops Ahoy, so it was like the Scoops Ahoy people worked at the ice cream shop. So I thought it'd be perfect to get my picture with the ice cream shop right in the background. So my number 2 spot is going to actually be, it's going to be the Morocco pavilion. So anywhere really in World Showcase has great photo spots. I really love just go exploring World Showcase. So however, why the Morocco pavilion is one of my favorite spots is because if you go into the middle of the pavilion, you'll see in this picture right here, they have these beautiful architecture. It has these beautiful arches. So if you take your pictures in the archway, you really get those really neat views that make it seem like you're not at a theme park, which I just absolutely really like. So unfortunately in this picture, usually it's not sectioned off like this in the picture. However, at the time, they were removing the naughty wall. However, I still think this picture just came out so beautiful. Number 3 is going to be at Hollywood Studios. It's actually going to be at Toy Story Land at sunset. So Toy Story Land has a lot of really cute photo ops there. However, one thing that Toy Story Land rules over is its sunsets. Oh my gosh, I've never seen some more prettier sunsets that are at Disney World. So go over to Slinky Dog Dash, go over by the area where it's like one part of the ride where it's really bumpy, where it kind of does that, and where it has that launch. So that's where the sunset is going to be. Look at those colors, like it is just so gorgeous. So then in the next one right there is a picture of me with that sunset in the background. You just see right there that the sunsets there are just phenomenal. Number 4 is going to be at Animal Kingdom. It's actually going to be, I believe this area is considered Discovery Island. It's going to be at the Oasis. So you know how you first enter the park, it is just absolutely lush and there's just plants everywhere. So if you continue straight down the path, you'll see either on your left or right, depending on which side you choose to go down, there'll be these little pathways. So follow down those pathways. So what you'll see right there is just during the pathways is there's caves, there's waterfalls, there's all different kinds of backdrops. There's a bridge. I really like the bridge. The bridge has some really great photo spots there. There's another thing as well, is you really don't feel like you're at a theme park. It's almost like you're transported to somewhere in the jungle. So number 5 is back at the Magic Kingdom. It is actually going to be at Liberty Square with the view of Tom Sawyer in the backdrop. I don't think a lot of people think of Liberty Square as some great places to take pictures at, since there isn't like a whole lot there. However, there's this little boardwalk. I guess you can call it a boardwalk. I don't really know what else to call it. Deck. Usually you take it to get to Frontierland. It's like a little shortcut or a little scenic route to get to Frontierland. So if you go to the deck and you go to your right, if you get like the mill in the background and you get a little the island in the background, you can get some really neat woodsy, rustic pictures there, which I absolutely just love. It doesn't make it seem like you're in a theme park. And another thing as well, if you put it on portrait mode like I did in this picture right there, it just makes it just look absolutely beautiful. I think another great time to take pictures there too is going to be at golden hour, which I think you can get some really neat photos. So another thing as well too, if you do it earlier in the day, is if you get your timing just right, you'll actually can get the Liberty Bell in the background. We are at the halfway point, hooray! So before we continue, I would absolutely just really love if you could subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of Disney World and Disneyland content you do not want to miss. So number 6, we are going to be going back to Epcot. It's actually going to be at the UK Pavilion. I absolutely love the UK Pavilion at Epcot, and I just love the architecture. It has that long streets that will stretch to the back of that pavilion. If you stand right in the street, you can get some really neat pictures. So one thing I really like about this pavilion is I like actually taking my pictures at this pavilion sitting on the ground. It really just makes the buildings around you just pop like you're in some village that's out in America. I think it's fine too. There are photos that I've taken in this pavilion where I wasn't sitting that I think were just absolutely beautiful. Number 7, it's going to be Big Thunder Mountain. It's going to be at Tom Sawyer's Island. So like, how in the world could I get a picture of Big Thunder that's on Tom Sawyer's Island? So one thing I found is that taking a picture of having you and Big Thunder in the background is kind of difficult. I found the one area where you can get it in the background. There's usually a lot of people there that are watching their families go on the ride and waiting for them to give a little wave. So it's never easy. I found like there's a lot of people there. So what I actually found out is if you take the small boat ride over to Tom Sawyer's Island, if you go a little bit onto the island, you kind of have to follow the path a little bit, take that long bridge over. What you'll do is there's this little area that kind of peeks out where it has these beautiful views of Big Thunder. So there's absolutely nobody usually around that is going to be in the background of the picture. So what you can do is go up to the edge of it and get some really neat pictures of you and Big Thunder in the background. Number 8 is going to be at Hollywood Studios. It is going to be in Batu. So Batu has a lot of great photo ops, as you can see. A lot of really great photo ops. However, so one thing I absolutely love about it is actually going to be the walls that are at Batu, like the rocky-ish walls. You can get some absolutely gorgeous pictures. I feel like just the coloring of the rocks, you can usually get a pretty great shot. It's a very plain backdrop, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Another thing too is that it's really easy to get photos there as well, since there is a lot of rocks, so you can find a rock pretty easily. Number 9 is going to be Animal Kingdom, the Tree of Life. So the Tree of Life to me is one of the most iconic icons out of all the 4 parks. I found when I first entered the park, usually I found like there's a lot of people in front of the tree. However, there is another photo spot where you can get really close to the tree. So if you go and make a left at the Tree of Life, by your right side, you are going to pass the Pizza Safari, and then to your right, there's going to be these walkways where you can go down, and then you can get really close pictures. A second thing too is that there's usually not a lot of people there, so you can get some really neat photos, and I think, to me, in my honest opinion, it's actually better than getting it right in the front. Another thing is just explore that whole area. That whole area has absolutely beautiful photo ops with elements of the tree. It has a lot of secret walkways, so I've taken so many pictures there before. All my pictures have come out just unique, dash beautiful. Number 10, we are on our final spot. So our final spot is going to be, can I get a drum roll please? Cinderella's Castle! So like, I know it's not unique. It really isn't unique. It is probably the most popular photo spot you can get at Disney World. So however, there's actually a unique photo angles that you can get of it. So like one of my favorite places is actually going to be, it's not going to be right directly in the front of the castle, it's actually going to be the side of the castle. So it's actually going to be mainly, if you're looking at the castle, it's mainly going to be that right side. And that's the best way to describe it. I guess the left if you're looking out, if you're looking away from the castle. I absolutely love the little towers that they have for the fireworks. So if you go underneath there, it's usually really quiet and you can get some really, really beautiful pictures with that castle. So another thing too is actually going to be that pathway that will lead you into Fantasyland. What you'll have is the wishing well, which I absolutely love the wishing well. So I think it has a lot of great pictures to take of the castle. If you angle it just right, you can get some really gorgeous shots of it. Another thing is the pathway. The pathway, you can get really close to the castle. So many beautiful shots. And then if you go a little bit further down that back pathway, you can get it where it's in kind of like the distance and it's beautiful. It might be my favorite spot to get photos. So that is my 10 best unique spots to get photos of at Disney World. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. So put down in the comments below. Do you have any unique spots that you like taking pictures at that were not in this video? So also, I would absolutely love if you had a favorite spot that I mentioned, if you could go put that in the comments below. So I hope this video was great for you. I hope you found it helpful. Hopefully next time you go to the theme parks, you can go take photos at some of these little spots. So yeah, thank you for watching. Your vacation is out there.